Go ahead. Hi guys, Joshua with Peterson Electric here. Customer here in Arvada gave me a call about kind of like a buffering nuisance sound on his sound equipment downstairs. He's got a sound studio that he does his own recording. Just a residential home, single family dwelling. We came out about 3 weeks ago and did the service call. And after tracing through like he did, because he did a really good job understanding that there can't be other things on that circuit. For instance, a radon fan or something else hardline or hardwired or even soft tail plugged in. He actually went through the same steps that I would have done. And what we came to conclusion was, could there possibly be, he thought, the transformer not grounded. I thought something maybe in the meter. But the first thing we did is we took his amp and his guitar and his upstairs, tried another circuit, turned off every single circuit in the house but the circuit we were using. Then we finally decided to go to the front of the house outside and the back of the house, and we got the same sound. And then he went over to his neighbor. His neighbor's got the older style disc meter. So he's got, though, this newer net style meter, the digital. So I didn't know if it was an issue there or not, so I gave him the power company's number and said give him a call, see what they say. Well, at the time this meter was tagged, so when this meter's in and this cover's on and then it's tagged and sealed, we're really not allowed to cut that at all unless there's going to be a service issue. But usually we have to call and tell them, hey, we think it's in the meter, it's a late night call or whatever, and we just call the power company, and the dispatch will usually the receiver will call the dispatch person, and then their field meter man will give me a call back, and we'll talk about what's going on, and they'll usually meet them. Well, I didn't call them or cut it because I didn't want to mess with it, and I had him call the customer. So when he called, they came out and said they felt this was the issue, and this makes sense. This is a bypass lever, same size as a single phase, but this is a 3-phase meter. Okay, so we have A, B, and C, and then you have a bleed off here in the center. I'm surprised that this truly is a 3-phase meter. There's some of my own doubt in my own mind, but from what I'm seeing, I don't believe there's continuity from this third leg to here. But there's something in this design right here that I believe is bleeding off to the cabinet that's causing that harmonic sound. This design is what we're putting in. This is a true residential single-phase bypass meter, R3 rated for outdoors. Bypassing means as they bypass and push this up, the meter comes out, but the house never gets turned off because of these lines inside. These are now required in most of our power companies here in Colorado. So bottom line though, this neutral here feeds completely through, and it has a fifth jaw, if you will, over on this side. So as we place this meter in, what's interesting though is it doesn't even have a place for that to connect, as if these two screws were supposed to connect to this. And I have it right side up. But as we implement that, we're gonna see here if this actually clean up that sound that we're hearing through his speakers. And it was pretty evident as he hit the guitar and went up just around, it would come off of any neutral in the house. The power gentleman, meter man, also said that he felt that the reason why some of the flickering was happening was because of the neutral on this bar again. So again, this was a 3-phase design, not a commercial meter, not a residential. So in commercial, that connection that they're dealing with, they're going to have typically a CT can sometimes. But this might be just what we would call 320 meter for a 400 amp on a house design. It's probably what this is going to be rated for. But anyways, we'll see if this works, but this is what he told us to do. So we're taking out, again, this commercial meter and putting in a residential, and I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks, guys.